So today we're going to be installing the solar panels. These are the 200 watt SIG BougeRV panels. And we'll be installing them back on the dinghy davits. Okay, here's the frame I made for the BougeRV 200 watt flexible panels, the CIG type panels, CIGS. So I made this out of aluminum. So basically what I did is I took a 3/4 angle iron. So this is angle here. 3/4 angle iron, 8 foot long, and then I cut it so I can get the dimensions. I'll get you the dimensions of it. And it's 1/8 thick. And also, I've taken flat pieces of aluminum and ran them down as supports, and also another 3/4 piece of angle and ran it down for support. And then in the corners, I have flat pieces. I think they're 2 inches. But everywhere I put it together, I put rivet nuts, and then I welded the ends together. But I put rivet nuts in it. That way we won't have to worry about having nuts and bolts to fall in the water while we're trying to put the solar panels on. And then where the solar panels actually mount here, and also in the corners, I also put rivet nuts. That way we can screw them on from the top, not have to worry about dropping everything when we're trying to put the panels on. So we're going to get this mounted, and hopefully it's going to do great. We'll get all the dimensions, have a diagram of what the dimensions are, but it should really work wonderful and shouldn't have to really have too much problem putting it on. I think it's going to be substantial enough. It seems pretty sturdy. Don't seem like it's going to give very much. So anyway, so that's going to be the framework for the BougeRV solar panels for 200 watt CIGS. So here's the BougeRV panel put together. Got the solar panel now mounted, screwed it through, and it goes through to the nuts, the rivet nuts. It already comes with the grommets already in it, so you screws to screw right through it. And this is also waterproof panel, so you don't have to worry about water accumulating on it or anything. And then we'll have where it comes through, and then I'll be able to mount some feet or some bars to mount it to when I get it to the boat. So here's the specs on it. It's 200 watts, and it's supposed to be really good with shade and be able to put out really good even in shady times. So when the sun's not completely out or has a mask over it or something that mask is in the way. So anyway, I'm excited about getting this on there and getting at least 200 watts of solar, and we'll add some more later. So today we're going to be installing the solar panels. These are the 200 watt SIG BougeRV panels. And we'll be installing them back on the dinghy davits. Okay, so I've got a couple of different fittings here. This one is going to go on the big bar, and it comes with these little shim pieces. Don't think we're going to need those. It's for different sizes. I think it's an 1.5 bar. I'll put the link down below where I actually got them. So this is going to go on the main bar back there. It goes across. And then this one is smaller. I think this is 1.25 inches, but like I said, I'll make sure I put the links. That might not be the right size. Let's go on the sidebars. And then we'll put these ends in. Now unfortunately this end's not big enough for the screw that comes with this, so might have to drill that out a little bit. But anyway, so we're going to mount them on. I'll show you where we're going to mount them. I'm going to put one here, right there. That's the smaller one, and then a big one over there. Two of them actually in the center, and then run a bar across to support the solar panels. So anyway, I'll show you how that all goes after I get them mounted on there. Okay, first thing we got to do so we can get this bar on there is drill this hole. The holes are a little bit too small for the bolts that goes through it, so we've got to drill it out. It's best to mount it on the rail itself, that way you can hold it. Remember, this is stainless steel, so it's really hard. So we're going to try drilling it and see if we can drill through it. Drill a little bit slow, make sure and just use bits smaller and just work your way up, because it's very, very hard. The first bit, let's go up a little bit more. This hole I'm drilling is a 21/64. Now it's time to mount the bars. We'll put a screw in each end of it to mount the bar to the crossbar. Once the two diagonal bars are mounted to the crossbars, then we'll proceed to mounting all the other hardware that the solar panels will actually screw to hold in place. Here's the 4 brackets. These are powder coated aluminum, so they shouldn't rust. So what we have here is, since this bar back here is a little bit bent, it's bent down a little bit from where we've been swinging the dinghy on it, so rather than it bending the solar panels down, I decided to put this spacer in. So I ordered these nylon spacers off Amazon. I'll put the link down below. That way if you need to level it up any, you can put the spacer in it. And I also got some longer screws. The other screw wasn't long enough to go through all of that, so I have a longer screw. Then I put a nylon nut and a washer on the bottom of it, so that way we can tighten it down, but we won't have to worry about bending the frame of the solar panels. That'll level it up.
Got my freaking dress on, pour it up while they playing my song. Penthouse energy up to the morning. Everybody want a piece, but the line too long. Yeah, it's all live.
Next episode on Dreamweaver SV. In this week's episode, we wired the previously installed BougeRV solar panels.